What's going on, guys? Dominic back with another video on the old Legacy. Today we're stripping the fender off on this side. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's the last one inside the door. Yeah, and then you got 2 on the bottom. It makes it 6. I broke those off on both sides. They're rusty. And then you got 1 up there, which makes it 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and and you got fender liner. It's like the screw pins, 1 right there, 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 underneath. I'm gonna go take these out, and then the fender will be off, and then I'm gonna start taking the front core support off. So I figured out there's another bolt right there. It's in the door jamb. I'm just gonna use a wrench to get that because I don't know how to get it without that because the door is in the way no matter what you do. So I'm just gonna use a wrench and get that off. I just used a screwdriver because those pins or the clips down there, they were seized together, and it took me about 30 minutes just to get those out because they were such a pain in the ass. But I used a flathead and just pried out behind them. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this, get the fender off. I thought I'd just tell you guys in case you guys are doing this. So, yeah. Alright, so I got the fender off. This is what it's supposed to look like. Then you walk over here, it looks like that. But, I'm just going to take off on this side, the radiator support. I'm just going to cut the spot weld right here and unbolt it and do the spot welds down through there. Come across here, do the spot welds on the frame, and then get down there, take those spot welds off, and then over here I'm just going to have to cut it right here, and then try to straighten this out so I can get all the spot welds off this, and go from there. So I'm going to get going on that. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do first, because drilling these out is a pain in the ass. And I got to find every spot weld, and I'm going to mark them, that way I know which, so I don't miss one, because they're kind of hard to see. I'm just going to take my finger, and you can feel them. And over there, when I go to replace this piece, I have to go down and follow the spot welds along this, up here, this weld down through here, and that weld back there, because I'm replacing this whole thing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started on that and show you guys what I'm working with. Alright, so you guys know it's always a good time when you bring out the grinder. But cut the spot weld here. I'm about to fill in a little bit more on this one, but it ain't too bad. I'll just tack that. I didn't get this spot weld the whole way and it ripped it up. But this one's off. There's so many spot welds, it's ridiculous. I gotta replace this whole piece either way. I thought I'd be okay with not replacing it, but it is bent, sadly. But got spot welds right here on this piece. I used a 3/8 drill bit, which is perfect. Up here you see went a little bit too severe also, because the way it was bent, I had to go at an angle and hit it. That's why it's cut right here. But other than that, I mean, it went pretty smooth. I just used a grinder, cut right here. I undid the hood release because you don't want to cut through that, obviously, and I undid the wiring harness over here. I just went ahead and cut it with the grinder right here. I would have recorded it, but man, I was struggling. It was going easy, but it wasn't. Like the drill, I broke 2 drill bits because drilling through metal, you know. But overall though, it wasn't too hard. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll show you guys what to do, because I gotta take it off down here. You just gotta hold the drill bit. You see, okay, so you see this right here, right? That's a spot weld. There's 2 of them, one right there and one right here. You just want to hold the drill in the middle of it, which I can't do with one hand because I'm using the wrist I broke, and for some reason I still can't do half the shit with it, even though it's been a couple months. But you just want to hold it in the middle and, you know, go to town. I'm not gonna do too much because I don't want to mess it up, but that's all you got to do. So I'm going ahead and it's basically fully stripped down on the front end, besides, you know, the headlight whatever the hell you call this over here. The bottom radiator support, the top radiator support's gone. Core support's gone, which I took off in I think the last video. I'm gonna take this over here is gonna be the hardest part, most likely, because I got to replace the inner fender, like a piece of that, which you just got to take off the seam sealer, a couple spot welds, and that'll pull off. I do got to remove the ABS brake lines. I got to pull this whole module up. I got to take it off anyways, so I'm just going to pull the brake lines up, try not to bend them. If I bend them, whatever, I'll change them, no problem. But after I remove that, get the wiring harness over here out of the way, I could just, if I wanted to, I could just grind this off, because we already know it's going to be crunched underneath here, so I could cut it right here, cut it off, whatever. But I figured out what these plugs were for. They're for my turn signals. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the wires, unless the wiring harness is screwed on the front. If it's not, I'm just going to cut the wiring harness and solder new plugs on, which I have. And I'm going to make sure I heat wrap them, everything, just to make sure they're close to OEM. I still don't know what this sensor's for. I think it's for the fog light, but I'm not 100% sure, because, you know, the fog light did shatter. This is the cover for it right here. Oh, dude, I just found a piece of the headlight. That's the reflector inside the headlight to make your light shine. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, I'm going to keep going with this, and I'll probably end this video here so it's not too long. But we are getting there. Slowly but surely. Timing cover is going to come off. The crank pulley going to come off. And this car is going to be immobile after I get the rest of this shit off, so I can't start it anymore. I do have to get the lawnmower out, which is back there behind the car. But have you guys ever, like, before I end this video, if you guys like monsters and like drinking them, I recommend 10 out of 10 a Mean Bean Monster. Best in the game. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I am going to do a detailed video on me cleaning this up after I get the front end fixed and get the rust fixed in the rear, which I have to wait for the people to get the quarter panels back in stock. I'm going to have someone put a windshield in it, and then I'm going to vacuum all, like, do a detail after he puts the windshield in. That way, if there's any glass, I can get it out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I will start the video right after, I'll start the next video right after this one, but it won't be uploaded until a later date. But yeah.